we gonna go back around. Let's let everybody get what they need to say out. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to leave nobody out.
Hey, I think the basic foundation is organization. If people not organized, if I don't know when your show is, you know, if I'm figuring out, oh damn, my man's show is tonight, I'm finding out the same day. I can't, you know, everybody can't, you know, I guess support each other as much as they want to when, you know what I'm saying, the word is not out. That's just all about organization. You know, you know, a lot of people in here have bought their CDs and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about getting, you know, getting the ideas and all the things out here so everybody can support. That's organization, not unity.
Yeah, I don't think it's that unified at all. Real talk, like for real, this is the issue. A lot of really I went to the beat competition last week, and I was shocked. Like people I was competing with were amazing. The music I heard blew me away. And the majority of the time, these cats come up to people who are doing it in Germany, on the radio, or whatever like that, and cats be like, nah, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll listen to it and say, I really like this. They won't put it on. They might record over it, but they won't put it out. And they might not record over it at all. When I say unity, I'm saying I see that it's only really 5 or 6 people from the city really doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you know that your man over here on the left hand side got some heat, put them on. If he's white, don't put them on. But if you like what you're hearing, put them on and let's expand it. If you hear somebody spitting, that's dope. Let them get on the record. You know what I'm saying? Or get on this mixtape. There is no unity. There's unity inside those crews that's doing it. But the cats that ain't doing it, I mean, who don't have a name, don't get that support. It was shocking with the people that I work with, the people that I mess with. Say I love your music. Have recorded over it. Won't put it out. Call me. I text these folks all the time. People you know. And I don't mean nothing bad. But they say, oh, this is dope. And my people love it. But they won't do anything with it. So what happens? I get left outside and I can't put on my man who's spitting hard, and we all don't come up together. Like you said with the South, you get the wackest music you've ever heard in your life. But Lil Buku Buck can do it on MTV because this dude, H.E.R. put him on. And he said, you know what, you ain't sweet, but you know what I'm saying, I like what you're doing from this perspective, so I'll get on your mixtape. Why is Gucci Man on 1,000 songs this year? Because somebody put him on. And all I'm saying is that we way more talented.
Real talk.
I feel like that the leaders actually would be a part of stuff like this, and actually would listen to the talent that's out here. They can latch on to it, and we all can come up together. But until that happens, we're only gonna have 5 or 6 people.
Can't start the end anyway. This is a hard not like.
I feel that.
Let me go to the negative, and I got Nelly in the back.
Yeah, to most of the people who don't know me, to the MCs, I'm known as Negative. To the DJs, I'm known as Dev Touch, Turntables, Dev Touch, whatever. As far as the unity thing, I come from an era in Detroit where the unity was like tight glove. You know, this was starting like around 1990. You know, you had Chaos and Maestro, Smiley, Detroit's Most Wanted, AWOL. All these cats were together. You know what I'm saying? Then we had the movement with the Rhythm Kitchen, the hip hop shop. You had Fat House, Cafe Mahogany. At that time, the hip hop was serious. When I mean serious, I mean it was serious to the point you whack with consequence. Nowadays, you get shows. Nowadays, and what I mean by that was, like, I would go into sometimes in the hip hop shop and be intimidated to rap, you know, or and later on I started hanging around DJs, 12 Tech Mob, Dez, Lance Swan, Daddy Rip, and you know, I would get intimidated to be one to touch the turntable. But the unity of these guys, like, sticking so close together and taking their craft so seriously, that's what kept everybody bonded. Nowadays, what we have now is we have a lot of cats, and sometimes I'm biased, and I'm trying to work on that, but you have a lot of cats that don't know the origins of this, don't even know the origins of the artists in their own city. When they talk about, yeah, I'm Detroit hip-hop, I'm Detroit hip-hop. And the first person they know his name is, you know, J.E., J. Dilla. And that's cool, but, you know, it goes beyond that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, you get, like what my man was saying, you get a bunch of whack acts on a show that's up there for like, what, 20, 35 minutes. And they ruin it for everybody. And, you know, it's hard to be unified when it's what I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's like, if we could be unified like, I don't want to call them the old cats, but they would weed out the weak. You know what I'm saying? It would still be room for the weak to do their thing, but I'm saying it was like, it was kind of like, you know, you had this side here, you had this side here, and you know, you had Proof who kind of glued it together. But everybody knew, you know, like, okay, we're going to go here for this type of stuff, we're going to go here for that. Like now, it's like crabs in a bucket. You know, everybody is just in one box, and there's no, you know, to go support Mixo or Corona, a lot of times I'm not going to that show, man, because such and such is in the deal. And a lot of times I think it's the artists aren't getting their fair listen, if that's the right way to say it. They're not getting their right attention due to a lot of other cats that are out here to abuse it. You have promoters who put on shows just to make money. You know, they could care less about the acts. They could care less about the quality of the shows. Back in the days, we would go to the Fat House, there would be a show about Biggie's This Room, but the show was tight. Sometimes now these promoters are trying to book a big, elaborate place, but don't know nothing about throwing a show, and the show is garbage. You know what I'm saying? And there's nowhere for acts to perform. Okay, we have, like, right now, we're lucky we have 5 Elements place right here. But that's only one spot. You know, like I mentioned before, you had like 6, 7, 8 spots. If cats could get unified to say, okay, Mixo's doing the beat battles, you know, Negative or Duck Touch and Prime Minister and H.E.R are throwing the DJ competitions or whatever. If there were places, I think, for everybody to go, then I think you would get more unification. Just like now, everybody's here, you know what I'm saying? They know it's somewhere to go where everybody can bond and peer. Because I'm quite sure a lot of cats will go to other spots, or it'll be a so-called hip-hop show, and you know you don't feel comfortable there due to the act that's there. And I'm not trying to be negative, but that's just the truth, you know what I'm saying? So that's just basically my viewpoint on